know that it's getting kind of late, so I'm just going to make this short and sweet. I just want to share with you a thought that the Lord has laid on my heart tonight, and I hope that it challenges you this week to think about what shoes you're wearing. Now you may say, Ashlyn, why are you asking me about my shoes? I'm going to tell you. I don't know where you may be watching from, but here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, we've been having a lot of rain lately. It seems like the heavens have opened up and just poured out for a solid week. I was on my way to church tonight and I was running late, so I slipped on my flats. And you ladies know that flats are probably the worst shoe you can wear in the middle of a rainstorm because it just allows for your feet to get soaking wet and then they're cold all evening long. And that's exactly what happened. I sat in service tonight and boy was I dreaming of like a blow dryer or a heater or anything to get my feet dry and warm. As I was leaving from service, there was a nice gentleman who was standing at the door with an umbrella. He was going to walk me back to my car, and I thanked him as we were walking back for his kindness, and he said, well, I wouldn't want your hair to get wet. And I said, well, I'm really not as concerned about my hair as I am my feet. Now, he laughed because he didn't know what I was talking about, but as I got in the car, the Lord said, well, Ashlyn, what shoes are you wearing? I looked down at my feet, and I thought, Lord, you are so right. A person would be smart during the middle of a rainstorm to wear rain boots or maybe to wear tennis shoes with socks on them, but I was wearing flats, which obviously allowed for my feet to get wet and cold. And this I took a step further and I began to think about what tools we use in battles that we fight every single day. I'm talking about that coworker that comes at you and treats you with anger and hatred. Do you fight back with the same hatred and anger and frustration, or do you fight back with love? I'm talking about battles that we wrestle within ourselves, wrestle with the enemy who lies to us all the time because he is the father of lies and he tells us you're not going to complete that task. Why are you even trying? You know you're not even going to succeed. Are we coming at him with the word, which is truth? What battles are you fighting and what tools are you using in those battles? I began to think about David and how at an early age he was called into battle and to fight the Philistine giant. And King Saul comes to him and says, David, if you're insisting on going out here and fighting this battle, please take this armor. And he gives him a helmet. And he gives him this armor to put on and this shield to carry. And David puts all this on and quickly finds out that this was not the tool he needed to take into battle. In chapter 17 of 1 Samuel, verse 45, it says, Then David said to the Philistine, You come to me with a sword and with a spear and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. David knew what tools he did not need to take and did not need to use, and he knew what tools he needed to use in battle. I want you to know something, that in everything that you do, the word says that we are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities of darkness, and our weapons are not carnal. They're not of this world. They're spiritual, because we are fighting these spiritual battles on a daily basis. But with that, the Lord is always fighting with you. You just need to make sure that you are aware of what shoes you are putting on. What tools are you taking into battle?